Anyway, what were we gonna chat about? Netcode. Man, I got some funny ass comments about my Samurai Shodown video. Someone on my video said it took you 8 minutes to find a match in Samurai Shodown, and you got the game for free because they sent you a review code, and you're still upset? Oh, the humanity, LMAO. Now look, you should have a higher respect for yourself, because if you look at the netcode, matchmaking service, and menu system of Samurai Shodown and think to yourself, man, I'm so happy I purchased this game with my money, you should have a higher self-esteem. The netcode is trash. The online servicing situation where you look for people and everything like that is not good. It's just not good. If you love the game and you're cool with playing through that, that's no problem. But you can be honest about it. Dude, the last month and a half, I've been playing Mortal Kombat 11 online. Going from that to this is crazy. I even said, I think that the game, in the video, I say, this game is fun once you get into matches. But getting into matches sucks. That's what I said. And I played it after the netcode fix. I didn't play it before the netcode fix, so I have no idea what it was like before. And he replied with like, can't help but think the criticism is silly when it's something as variable as trying to find a match online. Some of the games with the best netcode take ages to find a match, but it seems like you're not interested in Sam Show, and you're only doing it because the chat wants you to play it, and it shows. That is absolutely true. I'm only playing Samurai Shodown because people keep asking me to play it, so I figured I'd try it. However, finding a match does relate to netcode. And the other thing is, netcode does determine how quickly you can find an opponent if there are people playing out there, because your parameters for finding a match that's serviceable will be bigger if the netcode is better. But also, bro, the game just came out. It's not even been out for very long, and it's like that hard to find a match. There's all these fucking settings and options and shit that I gotta do to get in there. Not even that. Once I get into the match, the netcode's not good. And I'll explain what I mean. I've talked about this before, but people don't seem to understand. This is a flowchart to determining if a fighting game has good netcode. Step 1, is it rollback? If it's not rollback, it's not good. If it's rollback netcode, it could be good. That doesn't make it good. It could be good. We've determined it. Sam Show. We'll go to the checklist. Step 1, it's not rollback netcode. It's not good. Step 2, is it well implemented rollback? That's important. Street Fighter's rollback is not well implemented. However, games like Killer Instinct, Mortal Kombat 11, Skullgirls, they have well implemented rollback. The netcode is great in those games. Fantastic. It's very, very good. Are there games that don't have rollback that the netcode is better or worse than some other games? Yes. If they're good for non-rollback games, we'll call them okay. They don't get the title of good. It's not rollback, and rollback is what you should put in the game if you want the netcode to be great. Netcode is not just, I played the match against someone who's down the block and it was only 5 frames. The netcode was great. It's not how it works. The quality of netcode is determined by how the netcode can handle the matches that aren't great. That's how you consider netcode. Don't think about just best case scenario. You should think about how the worst case scenarios are too. Can you play across the United States and be okay, even if the connection's not awesome? Then the answer is yes on Mortal Kombat and KI and Skullgirls and, games with great rollback netcode. Frames go in, frames go out. You can't explain that. Yeah, that's how it works. I'm sure that the Sam Show online experience, if you're playing people that have good connections that are in your region, is perfectly acceptable for you. That's great. But the netcode isn't great. It's not really good. It's just okay. It just gets the job done. Yeah, we're not even talking about matchmaking system. Those things are all important to how the game performs online as well, because not just playing the match is not, the only part of the netcode, but finding matches and lobby system and how easy it is to get in and out of a match, the rematching online if it has instant rematch, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Those are important things too. Yeah, Keats made a long series of tweets about rollback netcode, and Keats worked on Killer Instinct with Iron Galaxy that has dope rollback. Even then, they said, there are things that could be implemented better for KI and stuff, too, which means it could be even better. Yeah, and there's GDC talks about rollback netcode, too, if you want to look under the hood and talk about it. So that's what I think. It's so strange the way people's perception about me playing Sam Show works, because before the game came out, I was like, I don't know if I'm that interested in it, but I'll give it I'll give it a chance, I'll check it out, because a lot of people are like, yeah, you got to try Sam Show. It's going to be so sick. So when it came out, I gave it a chance, and I played it on my stream. I think it's fun when you get into the game. I can see why people think it's cool. But everything else around the game, the lobby system, the what's it called, the UI for everything, the way it looks, I'm not a huge fan. But I think the gameplay has stuff in it that I think is fun. And I think I can see why people enjoy it. And I wanted to learn enough about it so that I could watch it at tournaments and understand it and be like, yo, let me see what's good about this game and give it a shot. But my experience, trying to play online and stuff was not positive. Everything else around the game was like, oh man, this is a little rough. And people seem to be pissed at me for it. If you think Sam Show's dope, check it out. The game looks fucking cool. Like, go play it. Everybody seems to love the game. All these people tell me how much they enjoy playing Sam Show and watching Sam Show and stuff like that. Bro, that is fucking tight. Go play it and go watch it and enjoy it. I played it. I could see why the gameplay grips a lot of people and they dig it. I thought it was fun from the matches I played online. Getting online and all the UI and the netcode and all that kind of stuff is not for me. But the gameplay itself, I can see why people dig it, But I don't have to play it and love it for you to enjoy it. And I'm not talking shit about it saying don't play Sam Show or anything like that. There's these weird groups of people that exist that are like, oh my God, Sajam doesn't love everything about Sam Show. He fucking is the worst. And the funny thing is that the first thing people will immediately say anytime I have any criticism of Sam Show is, but in Street Fighter V, and it's like, look, man, I don't just play Street Fighter V. In fact, look at my stream and my YouTube and see how often I do play Street Fighter V online. What do I play online more than Street Fighter V? Every other fighting game that I'm interested in, because I like those games online better. You see, most of my footage in the last 2 months is me playing Mortal Kombat online because Mortal Kombat's dope. I had online series that I played in KI because the netcode is dope. I played Unist tons online when I was learning the game, and I had more fun with that, so I was been streaming that and playing that a lot. And even Dragon Ball, I played a lot online when it came out, although that game is brutal online too, which is why I don't stream it and play it online. Yeah, Unist doesn't have good netcode, and neither does Dragon Ball, but I enjoyed playing them online more than I enjoyed playing other games online. But that's not how I am. I play lots of fighting games, and I love lots of fighting games, and I'm not going to trash anybody who likes a certain game. If you guys like that shit, go for it, dude. It's tight. The weirdest thing that happens to me at events, actually, this is something that's very common at events. This is so strange. What'll happen to me at events is I'll walk up to somebody and I'll be like, oh, what up, man? How's it going? And they'll be like, good, dude, chilling. They'll be like a Marvel player or something, or like a Street Fighter player. And I'm like, how's life? And they're like, things are good or whatever. And they're like, what are you doing? I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm here commentating some Dragon Ball, some Street Fighter, whatever. And they're like, oh, Dragon Ball? Yeah, I tried to get into that game. It wasn't for me. And I'm like, oh, really? You didn't like it? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, oh, that's too bad. Well, how's the wife and kid? They're like, yeah, Dragon Ball ruined my life. I used to be a Marvel player, and I love versus games. But Dragon Ball is the worst shit I've ever played in my life. That game is trash, and I hate the way it plays. And I'm like, oh. Well, if you don't like Dragon Ball, that's cool, man. I get it. Yeah, Marvel's very different. It makes sense to me. So how are you enjoying CEO? Yeah, I think I can't even watch it. It's the worst shit in the world. Why is Bardock the way he is? It's fucking stupid. The game is just so fucking... And I'm like... Yeah, okay. Yeah, dude, I get it. You don't like Super Dash, right? Psh, yeah, how could you? Yeah, I got it, dude. Anyway, so, your family. I noticed you just had a second kid, and they're like, ooh, you gotta be kidding with this Dragon Ball. How the fuck do people like this game? This game is fucking horrible. And I'm like... Okay, well, I'll catch you around, homie. It was good seeing you. I'll catch the family, and you have a lovely weekend. And I just stroll off. That shit is crazy. It's so weird how often that interaction happens at events. This shit is fucking crazy. They just keep going on. I'm like, oh, God. Like, the thing is, if you don't like something, it's cool, man. Just go play something else. It's just so weird. People do that to me all the time. I'm like, oh yeah, man, how's life? And they just go back to talking shit. Ugh, man, back in my day, Marvel 3 was the greatest fighting game of all time. I'm like, yeah, dude, I love Marvel 3 was tight. The point is, I don't hate Sam Show. I think Sam Show is fun, and I think the game is cool, and I like Galford. And I will at EVO watch the game, and I will watch it at different tournaments that are upcoming, and I will not support Sam Show. If there's a dope Sam Show tournament happening or whatever, I will tweet about it or retweet about it or talk about it on my stream. It's no problem. I'm happy for you guys. I don't hate your game. I think it's cool that you guys love it, and I'm rooting for you. Cheers to all you Samurai Shodown players. I wish you guys a dope-ass EVO, because I'm sure the top 8 will be dope. And... best of luck. I hope they announce some cool shit for the game at EVO and you guys love it. This is my peace offering. Cheers. Yeah, can't we just drink Galford's bathwater together? It's a Trojan horse, don't trust them. You open it up and it's me doing a super special move. That would have been sick. It's just me in there waiting. I got rage, explosion, pop, just like Carter Gray popped in with the 930 bits. Thanks very much. Finna weapon flipping technique your ass when I come out. You know, I gotta tell you, there's very few more satisfying experiences that I found in fighting games more than landing weapon flipping technique and then running away so they can't get to their weapon. Oh man, that shit felt good. I gotta tell you, that feeling of watching their suffering was just, that shit felt so good. I couldn't believe it. I was like, man, you are fucked. That shit felt good.